Hey, Justin from Gold Penguin here, and today I want to show off something that has really made me change how I view content creation. I've been in this industry doing things with SEO for 2-3 years now, I guess, and I've played with a lot of different tools. I mean, I was blown away by ChatGPT, obviously, and Claude and Perplexity and all of these tools, but something that seems very simple but can do so much is VideoToBlog.ai. I'm going to be reviewing this today and kind of showing off how you could use it. I find this tool to be incredible, and it lets you take a YouTube video or audio or video, whatever you have as a file, upload it to this tool, and create a full-length blog in mere seconds for a very, very affordable price. I'm not even going to go over the pricing until I show this article first. So I'm using an article that I created, or a video that I created a few months ago, called Creating an iPhone Quiz App Using ChatGPT and Xcode. So if I were to actually post this on my blog, I would say how to easily create an iPhone quiz app using ChatGPT and Xcode. I think I would do something like that. It generated me, I think that says, "Do you love me?" I don't know, generated me this interesting featured image with 2 Wi-Fi signs over here and 10% battery left, but I probably wouldn't use this, but you technically could if you wanted to. But yeah, okay, now in for the magic. So all I did was enter the YouTube video that I wanted to make, and I customized some settings, and here we go. There's some things that are a little off, like the ChatGPT kind of language, like in this blog post, we'll do blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that stuff doesn't really matter, but what's cool is this thing took screenshots from my own video and put it into here of how to do this. So I think these are H2s. Yep, H2. And we can go down. We could see there's some recommended tech. You could change this to required tech. You need Xcode, which is an H3. ChatGPT, also an H3. It kind of tells you what you need. This screenshot is inaccurate, but the ChatGPT screenshot, I guess that's somewhat accurate. But where I was really blown away was when it started talking about the functions in the code. So I said, okay, we need Swift, we need ChatGPT, we need Xcode, cool. Let's get into the actual app. So creating a question bank is crucial. Great, nice ChatGPT. So we're going to use tuples for storage. It put the screenshot of when I was talking about creating questions, answers in my array, and told me what is a tuple, defines it for each thing, includes all 4 answer choices, and marks the correct answer, which is, I think this was a bug when I actually made this. So again, the screenshot's not the best. But then it goes into an example structure of how this works, and it opens up my code, shows a picture, and gives me my exact same question answer format choice of how I did this before. Or correct answer, I guess, would be 2. So it's not perfect, but to think if I had to turn this into a blog and add pictures to this, I would hate it. And I spent the last 3 years going from blog to YouTube, which was drastically eradicated when ChatGPT came out and Claude came out. Content is, I don't want to say worthless now, but the level of quality it takes to have good content has gone up so much in the last 2 years, I'd say now, and it's only getting harder. These chatbots are getting better. You could train them on your own personas, on your own articles that you've already written. Content is kind of becoming a dying passion, at least from a niche website perspective or whatever you end up using this copy for. So this is kind of the other way around. I think videos are harder to replicate. I'm sure we'll get to the point in a few years where it'll be like you could use AI to create videos or something somehow. I don't know. Not like videos of cats running around. I genuinely mean like coding videos or things of you doing something, moving your lips properly. And I know there's things like that now, but I mean till it's like ChatGPT level where everyone has access to it. And when that happens, yeah, then we are no longer going to have videos as our unique method of expression now. But for now, I think text is kind of going away, at least. It's not worth putting as much time into it. And so if you're not going to put as much time into it, at least automate it or automate most of it using this. What you could do is hire a VA to go through your video and go and clean this up based on what they see. So like this should say correct answer would be, 0 as the array. You could have someone go through this, and it's kind of reverse engineering AI writing. So make the video, which is hard. It takes a lot of time. This took an idea. I had to go and code it. I had to edit it because it made some mistakes while I was doing it and upload this. That took the majority of my time. I wrote this article, I think using ChatGPT, and it didn't have pictures in it. It didn't do it as well. Maybe that's changed today, but because I'm sure this uses some version of doing that to create this. But yeah, it's just incredible. It brought up how to add labels to buttons. So what I would do here is maybe say, you have to ask ChatGPT and then say the specific prompt that I would ask it. That's definitely something I would do. But it tells me exactly what we're doing. So you'll need these labels. And so you'll see, okay, I need you to make me a question label. I need you to make me a score label. Pictures are still off, but pictures are in beta right now. Creating buttons, boom, it shows you how to drag it here, answer a button. I don't know, I'm just blown away with this. And I want to do another video showcasing another tutorial that I made live in this video after I go through this. So look at how long this article is. Look at how little the scroll bar is. And then it goes into the functions, by the way. I'm getting excited. I want to skip into my other thing. But yeah, it goes into your still got headings of now here it is creating the function. So does it say it's a function integral to creating a random question from the quiz array? It didn't include the copy that I used, but it has the heading here and it has a picture of what I've done. So I'm not going to sit here and claim this can do 100% accuracy. This was also a pretty tough video to do, and I did add a bunch of settings to this. But yeah, we'll see how the next one goes. Uses random element to do this, to ensure this, returns this, force interrupts this. Beautiful. This is so easy to understand, and you could just ask ChatGPT, create me a function called random element that does this, and someone can do it. So I know I'm kind of talking about more of the actual tutorial, but just showing that this is so readable and human-friendly is insane. I'm going to skip to the bottom of this. And something that was cool. So creating a quiz app is a rewarding experience. I hate this stuff, but this is stuff that you get with any AI thing. Then it gives you a link, to the GitHub repository that has this in it, which I guess I showed in the video at some point, and then it shows my blog. That's crazy that it adds links. I would delete this. I don't want to see this here, but it adds links, and you can go ahead and use this to edit everything else, but I think it's crazy. If you make videos pretty fairly, or not fairly, pretty often, you can go ahead and do this in a few minutes and then have someone go back, watch your video and edit this, or you could just skim through this depending on the complexity and the options that you choose, and it will create you a blog in seconds. Now I want to go to this other video I made on creating WordPress or installing WordPress locally, Breakdance Builder, WordPress, whatever, just this technical tutorial I did, and show off the options of how this works. So it's 1 credit to make an article. That's it. If I do this, I can just create a blog. I'm not going to touch anything else. And watch what happens. Takes a few seconds, and then we'll see it in real time, like da-da-da-da-da down the screen. You could change things like what GPT do you want to use? Do you want to use ChatGPT or GPT-4, GPT-3? How long do you want this to be? Do you want images to be there? Okay, here. Building a WordPress website with Breakdance, a step-by-step guide. Close. I would say installing local maybe. Here's the video. Intro. Installing it. Head over here. Once installed, click this. All right, this is decent. This is decent with WordPress installed. It gets pretty in-depth with the technical stuff that I talk about here. Reading, installing Breakdance. Let's see. Cool, wow, these things don't even exist anymore, and I'm still mentioning it. I kind of forgot I added that to the video. Okay, now, yeah, that's it on this basic thing. So if you buy a basic plan, you will get one of these, and the cost of this is $14 a month for 250 of these blogs. Cool. That's not really realistic, as much as I would love it to be. If you could create 250 of these blogs, good for you. Here's how I would use it. I'm going to paste the YouTube video in again. I'm going to go to GPT-4, which this is justifiable or debatable if it's worth 5 times credits to do such a thing. I think it would make much... Oh, interesting. I think it's much more worth it to use those credits on changing the length. You could also change the point of view to be third person, professional. I added these screenshots before. I added an AI image. Higher quality and more accurate. Does it cost? Oh, okay, it costs a little bit more credits. Interesting. I haven't tested out the SEO options before, and then I did include, I'm going to hide the attribution, not show this. I don't want to use emojis. I don't want to think there's a table needed for this. and we can select the time range if we want to do the entire video, and if not, change it. I'm going to do that. I don't need to upload anything, and let's create a blog right here. Also, that took 21 credits. If we take 250 credits a month divided by about 20, you're at about 22 blogs. Did I do that right? 22 times 20. At about 22 blogs a month using these pretty insane settings. I wish they let you kind of change this here to see what you could, how much it would cost if you change things. If you purchase yearly, it's cheaper, but unfortunately they don't let you like calculate, how many credits it would cost if you want to do a specific amount of things. Anyways, let's go back to this. Creating a real estate website with Breakdance Builder. That's interesting. Not really what I spoke about, but we have an intro. We've got some headings of like why choose, which is something that someone could look up. That's an H3. Installing local for WordPress, H2. Here's their website. Here's how to do it. And then, like, it's all crazy. It's all formatted exactly how I want it. Set up your WordPress credentials, configuring it. Let's see. Yeah, these are incredible. The bold, the bullet points, insane. It's so readable. And you could clearly see the difference between this and the one that just costed 1 credit, even though this was 22 times as expensive. Yeah, I'm sure you could play around with it and figure out what's worth it and what's not worth it to end up spending credits on. But I mean, even to get 20 of these blogs a month for $14 with a nice featured image, I think is incredible. I don't know why I love this tool so much, but I highly recommend it. And was there anything else? No, I did disable that. Okay, cool. Still more bold stuff. It's going to add the screenshots. That's what I forgot to look at. But I would say in 5 minutes, if I really wanted to, I can edit this and post this as a real blog on my website that is helpful, not garbage, and actually what I was talking about. I'm not sure how good the transcription was upgrading this in this video, but it's very, very accurate. I just don't know how much of that is because I turned that feature on or didn't. I really just want to see these screenshots, and that will be the end of this video review of VideoToBlog.ai. But let's go ahead and see. All right, most of the screenshots are done, and I do want to say they are very high quality. It did take a while. I don't know why it took a while for them to get added. I'm assuming it's because it stole the screenshots at the same quality that I recorded them at. Like, this is not a blurry screenshot, which normally happens if I take it directly from YouTube. A few things were also messed up with the placement of it. So like, I think I spoke about passwords. And I would say this screenshot should be up here and not down here. Finalizing should be different. I guess it makes sense because you see the add site button, but yeah, I don't know. You got to just play around with it a bit. You can move things up and down. Yeah. Now, next thing that I wanted to go over is the export. And this lets you export it as a link. You could export it as any of these downloads, or you could export it directly to WordPress, which is great. It kind of seems like this platform focuses on exactly what you need, and there's no BS, there's no upselling, nothing. Just put in the video and do whatever you want. You could also use this with other people's videos. Be careful, don't do anything illegal, but good to know if you want to create content out of it, I guess, in some way, or transcribe something into a short article for 1 credit. That could be useful. But it's pretty much it. It's very affordable. It's worth it. Go test it out for yourself. There's a discount code. You could use my link in the description. And let me know your thoughts on using VideoToBlog. I think this is a great tool, and more to come soon. All right, thanks for watching.